months, 0% interest, and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
Ironhide Construction is a Nebraska-based general contracting and steel construction firm. Their expert team is experienced in building innovative construction solutions across several industries. While they were previously known for their extensive experience in steel erection and metal buildings, they've continued to evolve over the last several years into a full-service general contracting firm. They take pride in their commitment to quality, cutting-edge technology, and having a passion for what they do. For more information about their services or to discuss an upcoming project, visit www.ironhideconstruction.com or call 402-420-4961.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with Roof Credit.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome in. It is On the Block on a Tuesday. I'm Austin Norman. To my left, the Husker Hall of Famer, the 9-year NBA vet, Mr. Eric Strickland. Stricky, we're back in studio.
Back in studio.
Wings and Rings was great, but it's nice to be home, you know?
Hey, listen, it is good. If you didn't get a chance to go by there, I just love the food. I love the food. I love the atmosphere. Staff is great. If you like good brew.
Pina colada. Wait, no.
Yeah, that too. All of it. I mean, it's actually just a nice little vibe over there. Did you see your boy DP in the Mario Brothers hat?
Oh, I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw my boy Strick in the Mario hat, too.
No, I wasn't in that hat.
Stricky, I posted the picture.
No, you didn't.
It's live.
No way.
Add On the Block 937.
No way. I can't believe it. It wasn't me. It was the ghost of Stricky or something. It wasn't Stricky.
You pulled it off. What are you embarrassed about?
I wasn't there.
You pulled it off.
There's no way with that big old hat that I was. No, I don't believe it.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't like your ego filled it up. You're humble. You're down to earth. It's not a knock.
Oh, my boy. Yeah, you're my guy.
Always. Lots going on today, Stricky.
There's a lot
MLB trade deadline just a few hours away. We'll watch as those deals trickle in and across the wire. We'll see if the Royals do anything. But probably more importantly, more at hand here for people in Nebraska, fall camp starts tomorrow. It's been a long offseason, right? It's been a long offseason since, every year since 2016. No bowl game for Nebraska. More hope, more Kool-Aid, more this, more that. For everything we think we know about this team, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, Strick. So many guys on the roster this year have a chance to tell their own story, to build their own legacy. And that's really going to start in fall camp. We'll hear a lot from Matt Rule in hour 2 of today's show. But I don't know about you, Stricky. I'm excited that it's finally time for the rubber to meet the road again for college football. And then we'll finally get some answers about this Nebraska team specifically here, starting tomorrow.
You talked about the atmosphere. It's campus hasn't begun yet, but once it does, the energy is going to just shift. It's going to change. Haymarket's going to get popping. It's and then, but what's also beautiful about that time, yes, we are excited about it, but also what's beautiful is, you remember they had the redemption team?
The Redeem team?
The Redeem team. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to the Husker volleyball ladies coming back. Retooled, rethrottled, revat, whatever
Reloaded.
You want to call reloaded. Just anything
Hey, did you pay your parking?
Good. I'm not out there today.
Hey, smart. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just try to look out for my boy.
93.7 the ticket. Literally. That is what we call ourselves, because it is literally going down right outside consistently, the tickets being given. You can also get tickets and you can get gifts here. You always can chime in. There's good things that happen right here at the mill as well. As you can see, Stricky had to tap in one more time. But no, campus is going to be a buzz. And it's a buzz because I think, let me just say this. I hope for once that we have a high level, not even a high level, just a good level, a moderate level, an understandable level of expectation based on what you saw last year, based on what you now acquired, that there's a healthy level of expectation for football. There's a high level of expectation in where we go. You've had adversities that have happened on the team in the off season and stuff like that. So you're hoping that is able to change as well, the dynamic.
We want your fall camp headlines at 402-464-5685. Give us the one or two stories outside of quarterback. Of course, we'll get to that you're going to be tracking through fall camp. That starts tomorrow. Special guest up next here during On the Block.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com. Serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Do you have a new address or phone number? Update your info with Powerline, LES's outage reporting system. Visit les.com/powerline or call 402-475-4211 to sign up.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back here during On the Block, brought to you by Nebco. Austin Norman and Eric Strickland with you. Joined now for the first time, special guest here. Glad to get him in studio. Chris Dietrich, Capital City Sports Cards. Chris, it's been a while.
I know.
It's been in the making for a while. We are so glad you're officially here. Welcome in.
I appreciate it. It's been, like you said, a minute coming in.
Mm-hmm. So let's just start with you, Capital City Sports Cards, your business. Where did you get into sports cards? What made you want to run the business? Where are you guys located, the shop, all that good stuff?
For sure. I was born originally in Alliance out in the Panhandle. Grew up collecting. My dad started in 1987 when I was born. Been doing it since then. Just kind of blossomed. I started running an eBay store when I was in high school in the early 2000s, buying and selling stuff, trying to make an extra buck on it. And then just kind of blew up and needed an outlet. Got down here and finally got in a position in life where we could do something. And 6 years ago, August 1st, we opened up down 55th and 56th and Old Cheney, right behind the Laszlo's. Been going strong. The hobby's strong. I don't know. I've been blessed so far with it.
August 1st. That's like 2 days from now. That strikes me as an anniversary of some sort.
It is. We're back fresh from the big national card show in Cleveland this last week. And then this week we're running our anniversary sale, having all sorts of fun and goodies in the shop and having fun with it. Thanking everybody for 6 years.
That's awesome. What are some of the sales you're talking about at your store for the anniversary?
Yeah, so right now we have the national card show that we were at, Topps Fanatics that owns kind of the world right now, and Panini, they put out some exclusive packs just for the show, and I actually brought a pack of them. Ooh. I don't know if we want to open them or if
rip it. What's in there?
So this is the Topps baseball one that they do. There's some high dollar stuff that can come out of them, and there's a good one. Aiden Miller autograph numbered out of 25.
Okay. Okay.
First round draft pick, I believe, for the Phillies.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, Aiden Miller, we see you.
I need a Bobby Witt Jr. one.
And Ellie.
Ooh,
Ellie Daly, his rookie.
Oh, yeah.
One of the hottest guys in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was a good pack. They're exclusive. They're hard to come by. So
Yeah.
we've got some of those for sale. All boxes of cards in shop are 10% off all week. Every $25 you spend, you get entered in for $1,000 worth of free stuff that we're giving away. You get a ticket for every $25, and on Saturday is National Baseball Card Day. We cap it off, and so you come in, you get a free pack of cards. We're doing double tickets for entries then, and giving away a bunch of stuff.
So, coming up, one of the things, and this is crazy. I had an uncle that literally had a bunch of cards. I mean, old school. I like, you don't think about that at the time. And during the times of the 70s and 80s and so forth and so on. So because I'm a military brat, I end up moving a lot. And you're like, this is just another extra thing that you have to carry. So you end up just kind of giving it away, not realizing the value. So what have you seen from like those times of maybe the late 70s, 80s of how card, people, kept them and stored them, and up to now, like how the business has changed when it became just kind of a hobby to like, it can be like an absolute business for people to really get involved.
Oh, for sure. It started in the 50s and 60s. They were toys for kids, basically, and used to sell bubble gum. And up through the early 80s and stuff, that was about the only thing that they were for. I mean, kids collected them. And then people started realizing that there were some money. And so all the companies in the 80s and 90s started producing a ton of stuff, kind of killed the market for a little bit. And then they figured out what they were doing.
So they oversaturated the market.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 89 Upper Deck King Griffey Jr. card is a super iconic card, and there's literally a billion of them out there. At the time, they just started producing them and cutting sheets of them and taking them around, selling them because they were popular. So they learned that lesson. But to get back to the old stuff, they were toys. They got crumpled up. They got thrown away. They're heavy.
Yeah.
You don't want to move them. And so there's less of that kind of stuff on the market. And so people started realizing it, and now it's become its whole thing. And like I said, we just got back from Cleveland. There's 100,000 people in the room, and I mean, there's athletes collecting. It's I say it's fun now.
What do you find is in the memorabilia game, because obviously the cards are absolutely phenomenal part of the game. But what do you think in the memorabilia game now? What do you think most people are like really intrigued with? Is it jerseys? Is it shoes? Is it the cards? What area do you find?
Cards is easy for people just because they're small. You can put them on a shelf. They look pretty. A lot of people like memorabilia. It connects you to the athlete, game worn.
It's just a little more sentimental thing for
Well, and a lot of it now you can go back and photo match it, seeing you playing with the Mavs. You can pick that day out and have a picture from it, or a game you went to, or whatever. It just depends on the collector, which is cool because there's a wide array of, you don't have to collect a certain thing. I can collect something different than you, when everybody gets covered.
Nice.
You mentioned you have your storefront, obviously 56 and Old Cheney right behind the Laszlo's, but you said it started as an eBay site, right? How much business do you do online as eBay? For me, it's kind of faded into the background. Is that still popular? Something that you put a lot of effort into?
Yeah. The national show that we just got back from, eBay was actually one of the co-sponsors of it. Oh, wow. They were the ones who did the big stage, and they had people go on and presenting. Michaela, shout out Michaela, that does all of our eBay stuff for us. She was at one of them, and they called her up on the stage, and Gary Payton ripped a pack with her, and she's elated because she grew up in Seattle and big Supersonics fan. So it was a beautiful moment. But eBay's huge. It's the largest market for a lot of stuff. We call it a used good market. Amazon's a new goods market. So cards are huge on it. Right now, we ship out about 1,000 packages a week right now. Yeah, it's crazy. I have 200 or 300 to go make up just from some auctions I got up.
Wow, that's crazy. So Strick mentioned Bobby Witt Jr. at one point. We talked about him for a couple segments before. He's blowing up, right? We knew he's getting, highly touted player. He took maybe a little bit of a superstar leap last year, and then this year he's really blossomed. What goes into it, when a player, takes that leap? For you in your position, owning the card store, trying to buy and sell, how do you judge, like, hey, do I go get a Bobby Witt Jr. card when it's expensive and try to sell it for more? Do you try to get a guy before he jumps? What goes into the process of, like, you see a guy getting hot? When do you want to get his card? If that makes sense.
Yeah. If anybody knew the answer, we'd all be rich.
Well,
most of the time we tell people it's like trading stocks. the newer stuff. I mean, the guy has a hot game. U.S. is playing in the Olympics right now. We won. All those guys' stuff goes up. We get beat, it goes down. So you kind of follow the trends. Stuff in season gets really hot. So we try to pick stuff up before season, kind of speculate on who we think we're going to do stuff. Bobby's awesome because he's local, so we try to get as much of that as possible. As soon as the guy sees a stumble, is it usually a good time? Because baseball, you're going to run into an 0 for 20 stretch, and you go out and you buy the stuff, or they go on the DL for a little bit. It's like trading stocks. It's up and down. The older stuff, I collect 50s and 60s stuff. Mickey Mantle hasn't torn an ACL in years, so his stuff's pretty solid.
If he tears an ACL now, something's gone terribly wrong. All right, you are wearing St. Louis on your cap, so I'm sorry for making you talk about Bobby Witt Jr. I don't want to be greedy. Do we get open the rest of the stuff on the table too?
We do.
Yes.
So I guess I don't know how you guys want to do it. I brought some fun 96, 97.
Hand those that way.
Basketball cards. Somebody I heard had a rookie year that year.
Freaking way.
Hand those that way. Get ripping, Stricky.
So they're just a couple.
Do I open them?
Yeah, get going. And if we're gonna do the box, I can get started on opening the box as well.
Oh, this is Tricky Ricky.
Moment. Thanks,
Tricky
Chris.
Ricky Foxy.
And the baseball that you're opening is 2024 Topps Chrome Baseball. Fanatics just came out, or a couple years ago when they took over. They now do what they call the MVP buyback in that product. And so whoever wins the MVP in the AL and the NL, they can bring that card back, the base card, from there to our shop as soon as it's announced, and you get $20 in in-store credit, anything in the shop.
Huh,
Wow.
So it's a really cool program that they have. Then they have some other tiers to it, but so right now everybody's speculating on Ohtani.
Oh
Yeah.
Who you got there, Strick?
Man,
Go through some of the names there.
Old school Tricky Ricky Fox. I played with Eric Williams from the Celtics, the old school Eric Williams. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. Not the old Tonio McDice. Christian Leitner.
I'm from Western Nebraska. The Nuggets got a place in my heart.
Yeah. Lindsey Hunter. Tyrone, the alien. We used to call him the alien. Bimbo Coles, Golden State Warriors. Tyrone Hill again. Theo Ratcliffe.
Open the back. Come on, Stricky, rip it.
They're only two card packs.
Yeah,
You
they're
can see
only
the front
2 card
back.
packs.
He's cheating.
Fair enough.
Not Matt
Typical
Geiger.
Stricky.
Okay, Fred Hammonds or Tom Hammonds. Tom Hammonds could jump, but he just didn't really have much to add. I played with Charlotte.
Yeah.
West, David Wesley. That was when he made his money, though. Okay, same thing.
All right.
McDice, a little bit of everything.
All right.
I'll open them. Hold on. Go ahead.
We're gonna have you open one of these, right? I think last time you were in here, we did a little pack battle, right?
Yeah.
You, me, and Nick. Let's do 2. Pass that one down. I'll give you your pick of these 2. Which one you want?
I'll take this
And
one.
it's who's got the best.
All right.
in the back?
What are we battling for?
So you can set whatever rules you want, which is what's fun with this. So we'll go. Each of the cards on the back has a card number. We'll go with the highest card number.
The highest card number.
Okay.
Whoever wins it gets the other 2 guys' packs.
Ooh.
All right. So I have Kyle Schwarber, 71. That's not gonna do me any favors. Blake Snell, 218.
Wait, this means
Jose Tena, 29, and Brandon Lau, 286.
That is an insert, so it's not in every pack. So that's actually a rare.
This is a wild card. So what do I get to attribute a number? What is it?
It doesn't have an. It's
is
20.
it 0 or infinity?
It's 20.
20.
Oh,
Okay.
that's garbage. A rare card is only 20.
I did pull
Okay.
the autograph out of the box.
Dang.
Oh, wow.
Ricky Nolan Shanuelo.
Nice.
Okay.
Numbered out of 199. Decent card. So whoever wins gets it. So my highest card number was actually I pulled 2 of the same Nolan Arenado cards.
What's the number?
215.
215.
No, I got no chance.
Stricky, what you got?
Toscar Hernandez.
What's the number on the back?
57.
Top left corner. Okay.
212.
Ooh, that was close.
And 101. And freaking 20 with a rare card.
286. Brandon Lau. Ya boy comes
that's
through.
some
Pack
bull
battle.
joint.
Let's go.
So I'll throw your autograph in a top loader and keep it all pretty for you.
You are the man. All right, let's you do that. I'm gonna do one more just for fun since we have a couple minutes here. All right, Stricky, which of these packs do you want? Which one?
I'm a left-hander, so left-handed.
My left or your left?
My left.
Okay, you want this one?
That one.
Okay. Chris, top or bottom?
Top.
Top. Okay. Let's do lowest number this time. Let's just do the opposite. Lowest number. Oh, I think I got an insert here too.
That's bull crap. Now you want to go lowest number?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He's got the box in front of him. I think there's some shenanigans.
Yeah, I think it is.
Hey, it's all been on video. Oh, it's blocked by the computer. Just kidding.
He's a fake David Blaine.
All right, I got Austin Riley with the etch card. It's
Those are
8.
cool.
It's number 8. So that's pretty low. Victor Scott 251, Kodai Senga 31, and Gleyber Torres 280.
Max Scherzer at 37 was my lowest.
Okay, Stricky.
Lane Thompson and Bryce Harper at 62.
Oh, that's 2 for your boy. That's 2
I'm telling you, he's a fake
your
David Blaine.
boy.
This is where the gambling gets into this addiction part of it.
The legalized sports gambling.
Oh, 100%.
Trading cards.
He does like he does me on Shootout with Strick.
Hey, we are playing that next, so get ready, Stricky.
I know. See, he's already got me lined up for the cheat.
I got Strick on tilt already. Chris, it's been fun. Thanks a ton for coming in. Once again, remind people where you're located and then your anniversary coming up.
Sure. Our address is 5550 South 59th Street, suite number 16. We always tell everybody it's right behind Laszlo's at 56th and Old Cheney. In our anniversary sale, we are 6 years strong. This week, we are giving away over $1,000 worth of free prizes. If you come in and spend some money, we do have some free stuff we're giving away too. That I still believe we have a few things left on. And the National Baseball Card Day on Saturday, 11 to 5. Come stop by and get a free pack of cards.
Sounds great. One quick question from our text line. Do they make boxing cards? I'm interested in trying to find a Bud Crawford.
They do. They make cards for everything. We just, I say there's boxing, tennis, rugby, everything.
Dang.
Rugby. Wow.
And you can find it at Capital City Sports Cards?
You can.
There you go. You heard the address. You heard what's going on there. Make sure you check them out all week long and especially over the weekend. Chris, once again, thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
We'll go to break. We'll be back with the shootout with Strick. Call now 402-464-5685. 4 questions for you. 4 for Stricky. $30 to Wings and Rings if you win.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from a program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
The best condition possible. This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with Roof Credit.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Play ball! Tired of the same old routine? Then bring your crew out to Haymarket Park for a thrilling season of Lincoln Salt Dogs baseball and unleash the fun. Enjoy action-packed home games all week long from May through August. It's the perfect change-up to the typical family night or makes for a home run outing with friends and coworkers. Experience the magic and get in on the excitement. Visit saltdogs.com to secure your tickets now. Unleash the fun.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bob.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Your child was embarrassed when you arrived at their basketball game. 75% of parents or guardians report current alcohol use. Drinking alcohol can cause harm to children and loved ones. By drinking less, your child will be excited to see you at their basketball game. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Eric Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game!
All right, Stricky, you're on the hot seat. How you feeling today, my guy?
The champ is here.
Oh, we will see about that.
The champ is here.
Are you still mad at me? Do you still not believe that I'm going to give you a fair shake because of how all the cards went down?
You know what, man? You're just a blessed man.
Sure.
I mean,
in so many ways.
Look, but no, I can't. Like I said, you're a great magician. Good sleight of hand. You know, like I'm looking at the left card, and I saw movement, but I didn't understand kind of. I didn't understand until I understood that you were a magician and you're like the resident David Blaine here. And did you remember when I showed you the
Yeah, and
video?
I still don't believe it.
You still don't believe it?
Like I believe it, but I don't believe it.
Bro, I was looking with my eyes trying to I was focused. I was intent on figuring out how he's gonna do what he's about to do. Couldn't believe it. But
And he did it.
You're him.
It's true. I am. We are going to play the shootout with Strick thanks to our friends at Buffalo Wings and Rings. We were there yesterday for Customer Appreciation Day and their 40th anniversary. Really appreciate them having us out. We go to our Honda of Lincoln hotline. We welcome in Dave on the Honda of Lincoln hotline. Dave, how's your day going today?
Oh,
okay.
no.
It was good to hear Strick get a little frustrated.
Strick's on tilt. Strick's on edge right now. So I think you're in a better headspace than he is right now, Dave.
Not Dave.
There you go.
All right, Dave, we know you know the rules. Hold on the line. We'll get Stricky his questions, then we'll get to you.
Okay.
Stricky, your round starts here. We're doing nicknames, by the way, sports nicknames. Starts here in 3, 2, and 1. This MLB player's nickname was the Big Hurt. Frank Thomas or Jim Thome?
Frank Thomas.
Yep. This NFL player's nickname was the Minister of Defense. Reggie White or Deacon Jones?
Reggie White.
Yep. This NBA player's nickname was Boogie. Willie Cauley-Stein or DeMarcus Cousins?
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yep. And this MLB player's nickname was the Big Unit.
10, 9, 8.
Stricky, remember what happened last time? Just get the answer out.
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson is correct. That is a perfect 4 for 4, 5-point round for Eric Strickland. Dave, you need to be perfect to send it to a tiebreaker. You ready?
Well, not really, but I don't have much choice.
Okay, your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. This MLB player's nickname was the Iron Horse. Cal Ripken Jr. or Lou Gehrig?
Cal Ripken.
It was Gehrig. This NFL player's nickname was Megatron. Calvin Johnson or Julio Jones?
Johnson.
Yep. This NBA player's nickname was the Big Ticket. Kevin Garnett or Shaquille O'Neal?
Kevin Garnett.
Yep. And this MLB player's nickname was the Splendid Splinter.
The Splendid Splinter?
Yep.
Phil Necro.
Phil Necro was a pitcher. The Splendid Splinter was a hitter. Ted Williams.
I knew that one, actually.
Stricky gets his music. Dave, a valiant effort. Thanks for playing. Try again next time.
All right.
Mama, there goes that man. I didn't even rig it for you, Stricky. You just knew those. You were on it.
Woo!
Look at you, boy.
Bud Crawford this weekend. Uppercut, somebody getting knocked out. I don't think it's Bud.
He's going to be you?
It ain't me. Because you hear the music.
I hear the music.
I'm walking in just like Bud about to walk in. The champ is here. The champ is here. Yeah. Bud Crawford, shout out to him. We're going to get it done. We're gonna shout you out one more time before time is near. But, man, we're excited for you, bro. Go get it.
There's a little postcard to your left there, Stricky. Would you mind handing that down to me? We're going to play the tiebreaker here. And along with the $30 at Buffalo Wings and Rings, I forgot to mention the winner gets a 2-seater ride certificate to Eagle Raceway, valid for 1 Avid Realty 2-seat modified ride at Eagle Raceway. Must be 18 years or older to ride. So if you are texter number, what's a good number, Stricky?
5.
Texter number 5 with the right answer, over, under, or push. You get the $30 to Wings and Rings, as well as a certificate to ride in a 2-seater at Eagle Raceway. All right, Stricky, what year did Ted Williams have a batting average of .406? What year did Ted Williams have a batting average of .406?
Can I get the range at which he played?
Ted Williams played from...
Was it the 60s?
Maybe not.
No, just what range?
Ted Williams played from 1939 to 1960.
Okay.
Don't forget, he did take 3 years off for military service.
Right.
What
So that
year
would have been
did
in the
Ted
40s.
Williams bat .406?
1953.
Stricky says 1953. Over, under, or push. Texter number 5 with the right answer to 402-464-5685 gets $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings, as well as the pass for a ride in a two-seater at Eagle Raceway? We'll give you the answer, and we will hear from Nebraska football head coach Matt Rule at the podium today. What did he have to say? What stood out to me and Strick? Then we'll get a recruiting update from Brian Munson of Husker Online, all ahead in hour 2 of the show. NIPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEBCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEBCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more, all at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
you're spending $300 a month. Binge drinking is the most common form of excessive drinking, which costs the United States more than $191 billion each year. By drinking less, you will save $300 a month. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with a roof credit.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland. Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NIPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Is the champ
is here?
Is that so?
Remix. The champ is here.
Oh boy. The remix. Remix dance version?
Remix dance
Drop
version.
a beat, Stricky.
Bust it on a beat. The champ is here. The champ is here. See that? You didn't even know I had that in me.
I knew you had it in you somewhere. No one
I'm
can
not
tell
very
me.
good at it.
Stricky, you just nailed
I'm
it.
not very good.
Laid down a sick beat. Way to go.
Yeah. Dr. Dre with the beat.
Indeed. Business to take care of before we get to Matt Rule audio.
Yeah.
First of all, your answer to what year did Ted Williams hit 406? You said
1941. 53? 51? I can't remember.
Whatever you said was wrong, and the text line was completely right. The answer was 1941. 74.
It was a push. If you didn't say push, you didn't get it. And if you think you heard something else from me, you heard wrong. Listen to your lying ears. We hear that a lot in the news today, so just go ahead and listen to it. So up is down, sky's purple. Yeah, I said 41. So if you didn't say push, you lose today.
I got 3 words for you. You know what those 3 words are? Roll the tape. Roll the tape.
That's what's crazy about the life that we're. I sometimes I feel like we're in the Twilight Zone, bro. Like, there's so much photos and videos and pictures. Like, the stuff we be hearing sometimes, it'd be blowing my mind, bro. Like, I'd be like, how the heck are we just heard it last week. But believe your lying ears, I said 41.
No, Cap, false, wrong, incorrect. But 74-79, you win, and you nailed the year on the nose with no help from Stricky because he did not say 1941 during the segment. So big thanks to our friends at Buffalo Wings and Rings for their sponsorship of the game show. Big thanks to Nebco for sponsoring On the Block. Nebco and Constructors hiring for all positions. They've got immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. You can join the Constructors crew today to be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company that dates back to 1908. Laborers' wages starting at $23 and up based on experience. You can visit nebcoinc.com or constructorslincoln.com to learn more. Big thanks again to Chris Dietrich from Capital City Sports Cards for coming in. Make sure you check them out there, 59th and Old Cheney, right behind the Laszlo's on 56th Street.
One of my favorite restaurants, by
the way. Oh, yeah?
And real quick, let me explain why.
Okay.
When I first came down here, I was taken on a recruiting visit, and that's where we went, right down the Haymarket. Is that the original one down there in the Haymarket, or is the original out there? I don't know. But anyway, it was down there in the Haymarket. I went on a recruiting visit, and it was some of the best ribs that I freaking had. I'm going to be honest. I don't think they're as good now as they were back then because it's like they fell off the bone back then. I don't know who's cooking them now. Whoever he is, he's not there anymore, but that's okay. But boy, my recruiting visit to Laszlo's, it was like, voila. It was one of my favorite restaurants, bro, while I was here in Lincoln.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Good to know. Well, hey, what you do is you stop by Laszlo's and then go get yourself some sports cards.
Right in the back.
Or stop by, get yourself some sports cards, then after a hard day's work, go grab a brewski there at Laszlo's.
You can do it.
Big thanks to Chris for coming in and, dropping some knowledge, spreading some knowledge about the industry, right? I think it's an industry that people know exists, Strick, but don't know a lot about the industry and how it works. Like they're little pieces of cardboard, essentially, is what they are.
Mm-hmm.
But he says you trade them like stocks. You watch it like the stock market. When to buy, when to sell is really the name of the game, more so than who'd you pull. Chris is a great dude, interesting dude. The other part he didn't say about his card shop that Nick and I experienced when we went down there is he wants it to be a family welcoming experience. Loves families that go there. And if you show up, you get a drink. He's got a cooler there of drinks. You walk in, you get a drink. He's got tables for you to sit down, rip your packs right there, sit down with other collectors, other hobbyists. The staff is fantastic. They'll talk with you about what you're pulling, what they're doing, what you need to know. So again, 59th and Old Cheney, right behind the Laszlo's there. Definitely make sure you go check out Capital City Sports Cards with their anniversary sale starting here in a couple days, and the National Baseball Card Day on Saturday as well. Well, starting tomorrow, Strick, we got Nebraska football fall camp, and we'll get to people's storylines that they want to get to here in just a little bit. But first, let's hear from Nebraska head coach Matt
Jim
Rule.
Philippi.
On YouTube is going nuts.
Jim Philippi. I hope I'm saying it right. It's Philippi or Philippi. But anyway, he's our resident head coach, and he's on fire today. Shout out to you. Just want to give you a shout out, man. Just to know we definitely see you. All right. What are the emotions that go into starting fall camp? You've been grinding all summer. Hard work in the off season. It's when no one's watching, right? It's under the scene, it's behind the scenes, under the radar, all that. Here's Nebraska head coach Matt Rule on the emotions of himself and the team going into fall camp.
Yeah, I think probably for the guys, it's a sense of relief. I think they've been highly anticipating it. I think this was a really, really hard summer. I asked Corey, I said, I don't care. Just give me a tough team. That's all I care about. I don't care about anything else. And to the point that like when I'm in the office and they're working out, like I went out one time. I wanted, I never went out to watch them. I wanted them to have this time with themselves. So I think probably getting to football, getting out of, boot camp and getting to football is probably exciting for them, but also relief because I know a lot of these guys, the guys that came back because they want to get to the season. Now, what we have to do now is not start looking ahead to the games. We've got to just dominate every single day. And this is one of my favorite times of the year. My favorite time of year is probably like mat drill season, and I love this time of year. Obviously I love the games, don't get me wrong, but I just, watching these guys grow, develop, overcome adversity, it's fun.
Fall camp, gets described as a grind, right? You're close to the season. You can almost taste it. But Matt Rule says the guys were probably relieved, right, because of how tough of a summer it was. And he said, Corey Campbell, just give me a tough team. What do you make of those comments from Matt Rule about the emotions of getting to fall camp after a tough summer?
Well, I think it's like starting up an engine, right? It's like if you ever live, if you're from Nebraska or you've ever lived here and you've experienced the harsh brick, iceberg slim, freeze out, frozen, whatever you want to say, that wind shear, all of that stuff, and you have a car that has been sitting out in that thing all night, and you come in the morning trying to get that thing revved up, and you hear that it don't want to turn over on you. That's what it's like with a bad taste that you have in a disappointment of what you had in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of spark revving it up that happens in the offseason with people you sign. Landing your Dylan Raiolas, landing your Naors, just different guys, maybe some guys returning, Human Yellen and, Linhart.
Robinson, Hutmacher, Holker.
You're getting a little bit better turn. You're feeling good. The spark's popping. Then what this is like is now the anticipation of that heat being able to start. So now it kicks. This is what fall camp does. It's the kick on, allowing it to run, and then that heat finally kicks in as you approach that first game. That's the best way I can describe it. And those who live here understand what I'm saying. It's a bitterness that comes, and we talk about bitter cold. It's a bitterness that you have when you leave an off season the way that you had. The expectations was there. You're sitting on you're at the precipice looking over like,
you could fall backwards somewhat to one win.
Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't happen. So that's what it's like coming into a new city. And then once that heat kicks on and them heated seats start to warm up, and then hopefully you run off some nice, win streak, and then you get to the big one, and hopefully you're able to upset it. That sends it into high drive. So now you're not driving the old school Hyundai Excel that's just putting along. Now you're in a freaking Corvette that's hitting the highway. Because if you're able to pull off not only the win streak to start the season, but then you pull off a big one on one of the, top Big Ten teams, because I know they got a couple that
late in the year, last 5. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna face. You hit a couple of those, then you're ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And you may lose one or so. You go on the road, it's tough, but that's what he's talking about. That edge. What's that edge? That hardness. What are you gonna see? What is this team gonna look like when they come back? What type of fire are you gonna see in their eye? And I think that's what they're gonna be looking for.
Another aspect of that was the elite list that Nebraska put out every week through the 7 weeks of summer. It was trackable. It was on social media. Matt Rule talked about what it took to get on the elite list and also about guys getting what they deserve and what they earn. Here's the Husker head coach.
We started that way back at Temple. It's all based upon the performance staff, but they do factor in, behavior. They do factor in academics. They factor all those things into the process. Only thing I ever do with Corey is I'm always pushing it to be less and less and less. To me, everyone on our team is working hard. Everyone on our team, if they did this summer, they are elite. So what you're talking about is the top 10% of the top 10%. It's not a participation trophy. And there's some guys. There's some guys, walk-on guys. Like I was a walk-on, so I feel very comfortable saying walk-on guys like Noah Bustard and Grant Buda, who propelled themselves into camp by making the elite list multiple times. So you'll see scholarship players that aren't in camp, non-injury related. You'll see walk-ons that are in camp. This is a new day and age in football. We've always done it this way. You get what you deserve. And that doesn't mean that guys don't deserve. It's just other guys outperform them maybe. So it could be your body weight. It can be your hydration every day. I mean, they take all this into account. Corey and the rest of the performance staff meet. They put the list out. I see it when it goes on Twitter. I literally won't even – they used to send it to me. I don't even want to look at it because I don't want to affect it. I want them to make the decision based upon what they see. And the great thing is when you see guys that maybe weren't elite in the winter, becoming more elite. It's pretty cool.
Matt Rule says he doesn't have input on this list. It comes from the strength staff, the performance staff. That seems odd to me, that Matt Rule, who likes to build programs kind of in his image, who has the plan and the formula, wouldn't see the list until it's released on Twitter. Do you like him leaving that up to the staff that he's empowered, or do you think he should have some input on that?
One of the things I talked about in this new landscape of college football, this is before it even has become what it is now, because it's starting to, this is when it was still kind of throw stuff on the wall and see what sticks type. It's starting to codify now. It's starting to kind of, you kind of starting to see where it's going, what it's going to be. I even said back then when Scott Frost was the coach that he needed to delegate better and take on more of a CEO type of role. And I'm seeing this is what football is supposed is kind of looking like now. The GMs that are now going to be coming on to most programs that they now have, that's more, if you look at a corporate structure, that's more of like the COO. That's the person that really handles a lot of the stuff. And you want to delegate, you want to trust, you want to allow and empower your guys that work for you, you would hope. You want to empower them to make the right decisions and correct if it's not. You want, just as well as your word, when you go to Big Ten media days or when you're standing at that podium, when you say something, you want your word to be able to align with what you're doing. So if you're that type of individual, you want to be able to empower your those who work with you and for you to be at their best. It's going to make them better. Because if they always feel that they're looking to you for the answer, you see what I'm saying? How did that work for Michael Jordan?
Didn't.
There was no championships that came from it, right? It wasn't until Michael Jordan said, and he's able to look at a Steve Kerr and say, this is what they're going to do, be ready. And you trust that when you make that pass, he's ready to make, because you've prepared them. You've given them, Paxson, Kukoc, whoever. You've prepared them for that moment, and therefore you win championships. This is what I think he's building, and this is why I like what he's doing, the way he's doing it.
Another interesting comment from Matt Rule was about getting players ready to play. He was asked specifically about Dylan Raiola, but he put it in the context of the whole team. Here's Matt Rule on a coach's role in getting players ready to play.
I think anytime you play any young player, you want to go at their pace. Unfortunately, if you want to play quarterback as a freshman, the schedule's the schedule. The standard's a standard. 8:31 comes around pretty quickly, and you better be ready. So, I think a lot of that, again, we're going to have to see where he is. We're going to see where everyone is on the team based upon the work they put in the summer. But our job is not to get anybody ready to play. Our job is to give them opportunities. They have to get themselves ready to play. Like if it means you stay up for 2 extra hours at night and study more film, if it means it takes what it takes. Because when 8:31 comes around, we have to be ready to play at a high level. So, the thing I like about really all the freshmen that I think are competing to play is they kind of understand the standard. They kind of understand like, hey, this is what we do, and we'll have a really competitive camp. I like to have the most competitive camp I've ever had, and we'll see who's standing at the end.
It's not our job to get them ready to play. It's our job to give them opportunities. Is it not a coach's job to get his players ready to play, Strick?
Yeah, I think it's a coach's job. I think it's I want to say that it's probably 60-40, if not 50-50. The reason is
60-40 which way? Coaches, players, or players, coaches?
I think it's got to be more. I think the onus has got to be more on the players. The players have to. If you're out there only for the black shirt, if you're out there only for the tunnel walk, if you're out there only for running out, and you're out there only for shining a light for the girls, I ain't gonna lie. Let's be honest. I'm gonna even talk about myself. I was a guy that worked hard. It was not a problem for me to get in the gym, but if I came into the gym and there were people in there, ooh, my level goes to a whole nother. It shouldn't be that way. Like my level, I played hard, but it was just an extra little something that kicked in. That shouldn't be the case, regardless of who's there, who's around, but when the lights turned on, boom, I'm super all in, right? You want those guys that regardless of whether the lights are on or off, that when you prepare them and you give them the assignment, you give them their duties and you trust them with that they're take the onus of it, the responsibility of it, and use their internal clock and motivator, bomb or whatever to push them to do above and beyond what is asked of. You want somebody that's going to go above and beyond, not just doing enough, not just because we're doing this drill, but because it's more than the drill. It's what I'm going to prepare myself so that when I see whatever I'm going to see when game day comes, this is nothing. Practice should be the hardest part of your preparation. The game should just be, I'm just basically doing
the drill.
Yeah. Right? I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. I hope you guys understand me, but that's what I'm talking about.
There was a very professional answer to me. And I think that makes sense in a day and age where college football, I think, is looking more and more professional, right? I think the way I interpret that for Matt Rule isn't, whatever the players do, the players do. It's not up to me. I'm too busy focused on recruiting or scheme or whatever. When I hear that from Matt Rule, and of course you have to take it in the context of some of the other comments he's made throughout his time at Nebraska, Matt Rule doesn't want to hold their hands, right? Matt Rule wants to be there. He wants to develop them. He wants to have coaches that have their hands on, are molding them and shaping them. And to your point, giving them the drills, giving them the tools to succeed. But I think Matt Rule is saying at the end of the day, the coaches can't want it more than the players.
Yes.
The coaches
Because they can't
hold
get out
their
there and do
hand
nothing
on the field.
Yeah, they can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
That's like the parent in the T-ball thing, right?
Yeah.
You can have them practice, but the minute they set that T-ball on there, everything that I've shown you up to that point, it's up to you to deliver. I can't go out there and swing it for you. I can show you the plane and I can do it with you, but when it's time to go up there to bat, baby, you got to step up there and put bat the ball. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Matt Rule is abdicating responsibility.
No.
At all.
No.
So I don't know if that's the way I would have phrased it, but I think you have to take that comment in the context of everything else he's said and done at Nebraska to really fully understand. Because I can see him from the outside looking in, that would be putting a lot on a freshman's plate. Again, he had been asked about Dylan Raiola specifically. Oh, it's not our job to get players ready to play. Well, yeah, it's your job to help them scout, to self-scout, to work on footwork, but it's not your job to make the throws. It's not your job to lead the locker room through him, right? Empower him to lead the locker room. He can be a mouthpiece for you, but he's also got to be his own man.
There it is.
In that situation. There's a lot more to get to from Matt Rule, but we're going to go to break. When we get back, Brian Munson of Husker Online will join us.
Real quick.
What you got?
Since we got just maybe a few more minutes, or just one minute. But I wanted to take this question real quick from Travis on the text line. Travis states this. He says, "What conference game, since we're talking football, would you guys say is most difficult before the Ohio State game?" And I have the schedule pulled up. So
it's let me think here. It's going to be.
I can already tell you.
You got Illinois, Purdue, Rutgers.
Okay.
And then it's
Red.
Indiana.
Okay.
Yep.
You better go, my boy. Your memory is
Let me cook.
fired.
Let me cook.
But you missed one that I think is going to be tougher. And the reason
Conference
I think it's tough. Okay, go ahead. Conference game.
Well, conference game, I think it's Rutgers at home. I think Rutgers is going to be the best of those teams. Illinois might sneak up on me. I'm not very high on Illinois this year. I don't know how good Purdue's going to be, but that's going to be your first Big Ten road game. So to see how the team handles and responds to that early kickoff in a usually pretty sleepy stadium. Nebraska hasn't always played well at Ross-Ade Field. Indiana, we'll see. I don't know what to make of Indiana. They could be a lot under Kurt Cignetti this year. So my gut right now tells me it's going to be a rock fight when Rutgers comes to Lincoln. But you think there's another game that might be tougher?
Non-conference game, I think that Colorado game is going to be one because it's going to be a redemption game. It's going to be Shador. You're going to have to tame tame that whole situation because he's going to be coming in with major hype, talking about one of the top quarterbacks. So
your emotions, their emotions.
For me, right. For me, that's one where you not only want to settle the score, you want to shut their mouth, and you want to bring the pain because of the way they acted when you came up there, right? That's one that you don't want to adrenaline dump, but you want to be revved up and fired up for that one. And I think that might be the toughest game. But you're right, non-conference, I would have to agree with you.
That all makes sense to me. Let's go to break. We'll call up Brian Munson of Husker Online. What was the scene in Lincoln when David Sanders arrived? Has Brian ever seen anything like that before? How'd it go for Nebraska? We'll talk to him about all that and more when we get back to On the Block.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
You're spending $300 a month. Binge drinking is the most common form of excessive drinking, which costs the United States more than $191 billion each year. By drinking less, you will save $300 a month. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Looking to upgrade your baler this hay season? Choose from over 30 new-to-you pre-owned balers from Landmark Implement. During the month of July, get 5.25% fixed-rate financing for up to 60 months on all used balers and windrowers at Landmark Implement. When you purchase pre-owned hay equipment from Landmark, know you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running. Shop all used hay equipment online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today. You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer. Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks, exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium, Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
No luck connecting with Brian Munson of Husker Online quite yet. We'll keep trying our Allo VIP line to get him on the air here as we can. While we wait for Brian, we wait to get him. Let's play some more from Matt Rule. I'm Moss Norman. This is Eric Strickland during On the Block, brought to you by Nebco, by the way. How about this, Strick? We know that positions like wide receiver, defensive back, even running back are pretty full positions. Matt Rule was asked, how do you split reps between the players at these group? What goes into that formulation? Here's Matt Rule.
Yeah, I think we do the best to be fair, do the best to be equitable, but everything can't be equal. And as Tommy Hill said at our senior retreat, to be quite honest, like it's time to win. Like there's no sympathy, like you got to be fair, but this isn't, everyone had all summer, all spring opportunities to get here. Now, because we utilize the model of practice that we use, everyone's going to get reps. It's going to come down to the games, right? It's going to come down to the game reps. And even things like, you get done with practice, you get done with meetings, Sam, it's like 9:00 at night, man. You just want to go back to your room and play the game. You know what? You better go back and study your plays for the next day. Or even more importantly, you better get in the training room, make sure that hamstring that's tight. Like, you know what? Like, if you miss a couple days, it's not like you're going to fall out of the two deep. But all of a sudden, that one slant and go that we love to run, man, I tell you what, I gave Nayor a chance to run it because I was out for a day or two, and he runs it better than I do. Oh, so you better stay healthy. You better stay on the field. But this is what the NFL's like, right? You have a number one receiver that everyone else is fighting for their lives. It's good that they learn this now. We'll do it with empathy. We'll do it with humility. We'll care them, walk them through it, but there won't be sympathy. The best players are going to get on the field and play.
I really like that answer from Matt Rule, Strick, right? There's going to be empathy, right? They're going to understand if a guy gets hurt or can't practice, but there's not going to be sympathy. There's not going to be charity cases. Now, the way that you can actually uphold that and make sure it comes true is to have depth. But I like what Matt Rule had to say there about, the way we practice gives everyone a chance. And going back to the last answer we heard, essentially you eat what you kill was what he said, last week or at media days. I think this fits completely with what Matt Rule is saying. And I even like the aspect of tying in, this is how the NFL is. You got one guy, you got your dude. Everyone else is fighting for their lives. I really like that approach from Matt Rule. And I hope Nebraska has the depth to make sure that pulls through.
Yeah, you want to hope that you have depth to where if someone wants to kind of do their own thing, don't want to abide by rules, don't want to adhere to technique, or like if you're supposed to be in a gap or you're supposed to have edge cover, if you're supposed to have deep, just whatever, you're out there kind of doing your own thing, that without a shadow of a doubt that next man you're not going to have to worry about. And the more that you have a 2 to 3 deep program, I think that's where you can have success, where there's no crazy drop-offs, where it's not like, la-di-dee-doo, la-di-dee, oh, you fall off, where it's not like, big bucks, no whammy, whammy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be hitting big bucks, right? So for me, I look at it from a standpoint of guys, when given opportunities, I don't care if it's 5 snaps, I don't care if it's 2 snaps, but in those 2 snaps, you're going to see the best version of what I have to bring to this table. You're going to see me disciplined, you're going to see me all out, and you're going to see me, ready to go whatever mile needs to go. If I need to blow up this fullback, or if I need to blow up this, whatever the play is, I'm blowing it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I need to contain 2, I'm not avoiding. If I need to take up and occupy, but I'm giving them hell when I hit a gap. You know what I mean? And that's what you want to see. Like we can just go back, and if you just go back, that's what I saw of Husker teams of the past. Whenever, it didn't matter if it was Dante Jones or if it was doggone the 3rd string, it didn't matter if it was the 5th string running back. Boy, when they hit a hole, and everything was possible for breaking open. And that's what I'm hoping to see and I think that's what I'm hearing in his explanation is people are going to get a certain amount of game reps.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens in basketball too. The coach has to be able to trust you. Like, if you go out there and you're a turnover machine, your minutes will probably go down, especially if you handle the ball a lot, right? So you want to be productive in whatever time that is given.
One guy that was, productive relative to the level last year, Heinrich Harburg, right? He got reps. He's the only returning guy on the roster, quarterback that took snaps in live game action for Nebraska last year. Matt Rule was asked, hey, there's a lot of headlines around Dylan Raiola. How has Heinrich Harburg handled the situation? What's his attitude been? Here's Coach Rule.
Well, we have our black jerseys in the offseason. He's black jersey every single day. He's first of all, he's a Madden build-a player. I guess they'll have college football build-a player. Like, he's 6'4", 225 pounds, one of the fastest guys on the team, most explosive, loves to work out. My challenge to Heinrich has been the elite list is based upon everything performance related. For you, it's about learning the offense at not at like a level 2 mastery, not even at level 3. Level 4, where you're unconsciously able to perform without having to think. And, your mechanics, your accuracy. And so I'm anxious to see Heinrich these next weeks. For me, and I said it at Media Day a couple of times, I don't know if people get it, like, they've worked so hard, and greatness usually happens outside of the time they're with us, with Corey and them, but not with us. I'm anxious to see what the growth that Heinrich's made, because I'm sure he's made a ton of it. He's a huge part of this team, and he's going to have great days ahead. So, look forward to seeing him.
And it makes sense that Matt Rule's, looking forward to seeing him, because the head coach can't be nearly as involved in the offseason as he is once fall camp starts. That's why I'd go back a couple answers ago too and say, yeah, it makes sense to leave this up to the performance staff, right? They're the ones that, in terms of compliance, can actually work with these players much more so than a head coach can in a lot of those ways and aspects in the offseason. But Strick, I think it's an interesting position for Heinrich Harburg to be in, where in most cases, most other schools in the country, he would be the favorite, given that he was the one that took snaps last year. Dylan Raiola didn't take a snap in Nebraska last year. Neither did Jalen Gramstad. But Heinrich Harburg, I think we throw his name into conversation, but I don't know how seriously people take him as, an option to be the starting quarterback for Nebraska. What would that do to you and your motivation if people just throw you into the conversation and kind of write off, the fact that, hey, I'm experienced, I've been here, I know what I'm doing more than these other guys?
I'm a little bit different. I would take it as absolute motivation, and you would just, even in practice, even in drills, even in, just scout team, like, I'm gonna make you pay. I'm going to lock up your best guy. Like, if it's a basketball term, I'm going to lock up your best guy. I'm going to give him work. He's not going to have an easy night, and I'm going to show you that I'm deserving, and it's going to make guys like Jason Kidd want to fight me, because that's just kind of how it was. You're going to be mad about it, because I'm going to force you to compete.
Mhm.
That's what I think he just has to do. Like, I believe he has a competitive edge in him, but I would have showed them, if it was me, I would have showed them in any part that you can't keep me off this field. If I had to go to the defense, you can't. Wherever I can be of value, I can go there and show you that, one, I can make it happen. I can learn. I can transition. But you're not going to be able to keep me off this field. Okay, you want to run the quarterback? I'm still going to be just as good at the quarterback position as wherever I decide that I want to go. So whatever it is, I'm going to compete at that. You heard what he said. He's one of the fastest, one of the most strongest.
Mhm.
You heard what he said. Therefore, I'm going to show you wherever I want to be. Okay, you have your preference, but just like last time, when time rose, I'm going to show up. But not only that, I'm going to be better because my mechanics are going to be in order. I'm not going to have to think out there. I'm going to have my reads all intact. So even if I have to learn multiple facets of this game, I'm going to be ready.
That's a lot about the offense. Let's flip to the defense. Matt Rule was asked, how do you challenge Tony White to be better as a coordinator? Nebraska was a top 15 defense and plenty of metrics last year. How does Matt Rule challenge Tony White to be a better coordinator? Here's the head coach.
I think the thing for me is looking at the things that maybe we didn't do well. Like again, I think as the way you change something is you look at what you don't do well, not what you do well. Now, when I come into things like this, I might talk more about what we do well. But with the team, I'm always talking about, hey, we have to eliminate these things. And for me, the defense, we have to take the ball away 20 times this year. We have to take the ball away 20. And I'm not talking about like 5 in one game that against an inferior opponent, maybe. I'm saying you got to take the ball away. We only won the turnover battle twice last year, and we throw that all on the offense. But we took the ball away 14 times, and I think 1 or 2 of those were on special teams. So I want to see us take the ball away on defense, and I want to see us eliminate the big plays. And you have to understand that, hey, when you're an attacking man-to-man style defense, people are going to do different things to you. So sometimes, like, if you have a defensive staff that's arrogant, they'll say, like, well, they just double moved us. They always have to double move us. Well, you know what? That double pass Michigan State threw that, cost us the game. So eliminating the big plays, but most importantly, taking the ball away. And again, you recreate yourself every year. No statistics from last year carry over to this year. Like I think everyone's kind of assuming, like, well, they were a top 15 defense. They'll be a top 15 defense. You buy the magazines, they say that. First of all, we should be chasing number 1. We want to be the number 1 defense. And but Tony, to his credit, what people, I don't know if they know about Tony, is he has such humble confidence. Like, he's got an edge to him and a swagger to him, yet he's very humble. And I thought Tony did an amazing job, when Coop resigned in that interim, staying kind of through the interview process, through hiring John, and then the work he's had to do. He had to, he's on vacation. He has to leave his family, fly back on his own dime, hey, get John set up, start working. He's done a great job with that, and that'll be a challenge, but it'll be a good challenge because of all the things that John brings.
Stricky, you were nodding your way through a lot of that quote. What are the couple things that stood out to you there?
No, just, like, I just look at it like at a job, right? At a job, a lot of the times, if you don't take advantage of in the season of your vacation time, it don't carry over. You better use that week. You can't take that week with you. So you're not going to get 3 next. You're going to get your 2 or your 3 or whatever it's going to be. So there are no carryovers. Yeah, I know you like to play golf, and I know you maybe like, you might be shaky. You might be jakey, and you might be playing skins games, but we're not playing carryovers by the hole. So it's this hole, this year, this season. You know what I'm saying? And you can't forecast. We're not Cleo, from with the crystal ball and being able to predict anything. We're not that, even though she was fraudulent. So therefore, we know that no one's going to be able to predict what it is. So Ohio State could literally come out here and fall off the map. Let's just be real. We've seen championship teams one year go 13-0, and then the next year they come back and they might just be over 500. So it happens
all the time.
LSU with Orgeron, I think maybe is one to look at. But to me, that's the thing I think that they're doing well is everybody is pitching in, everybody is bought in, everybody is on the same page, it seems like to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved what he said about his quiet humility. He just basically said he goes about his job and just does it well and is not trying to take credit or trying to be in the high life or all out front. He just wants to do his job and be the best they can be. I love that he says we're chasing number one. We're not content with top 20. We want to be in top 1%, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
A lot there from the head coach of the Cornhuskers, Matt Rule. Plenty more to come as well as fall camp opens up tomorrow. We promise you Brian Munson. We'll get him on the line. We'll wrap up on the block with him right after this. Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium, Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on the block. Austin Norm and Eric Strickland with you. It's not Monday, and it's not 3:30, but that's okay. We are still happy to have Brian Munson of Husker Online on our VIP line, brought to you by Allo Fiber, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. Brian, normally if we're remote on a Monday, we'll say, hey, we appreciate your work. We'll give you the week off. But it was a big weekend for Nebraska in recruiting, headlined by David Sanders Jr., a rival here in Lincoln. And, of course, the big deal with that was the tweet from Dylan Raiola, right? He announces when David Sanders' plane is coming, when he's picking him up, and also tells fans to meet him outside the Osborne Legacy Complex at a certain time. And Nebraska fans responded. Have you ever seen a tweet like that, a response like that, kind of last minute, hey, come show love to this guy sort of thing for a recruit?
No, never. I mean, you're the one that pinged me about it. And you asked me, he's like, legitimate, you're legitimately like, does this happen? Does anybody show up when they basically are going to say this? And I said, yeah, they're Nebraska fans. I mean, this is where Nebraskans get passionate. It's about their Cornhuskers. And I have never, ever, ever heard about any other type of story like this before in my life. I don't even know what I can compare it to. I mean, every time you think that you've heard it before, like like this is it, like that's the craziest story I could ever hear. Then you hear something like this. You kind of wonder about what boundaries were kind of pushed a little bit when it comes to recruiting violations a little bit, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, it's something very, I would just call it a very genuine, kind of a appeal to show, David Sanders what kind of what the greatest college football fans in America look like, and just showing up there for his official visit. And I love how the Tennessee fans kind of poo-pooed it too. And how basically that, there's 68 fans that showed up and they graffitied a rock, and that was supposed to be like substantial in comparison to having a few hundred fans there. I mean, the family was getting approached in the airport based on videos I was seeing. They were all smiling. They were all enjoying their time. I've never, ever seen anything like that before.
There's a lot of questions that come off of that, but I think the first one is, this only happens in Nebraska, right? Where you not only, have people show up on short notice, but where it's legit and genuine. Because I think what the Sanders family and David Sanders Jr. received is actually truly indicative of the experience at Nebraska, and the fans and the program weren't just putting on a show.
Totally. I mean, that's like, that's like the saying goes, right? From the, the outside looking in, you can't understand it. From the inside looking out, you can't explain it. And that's really being a Nebraska Cornhusker fan in a nutshell. They can never understand, the hospitality, how they act in certain situations, how in this case right here, how they show up for their 17 or 18-year-old son who hasn't even committed to go to school there, trying to encourage him to come and give them a look about like what things could be like if he did come to Lincoln. So yeah, it's the biggest like window portal, to understanding what Nebraska could be like potentially for his son. I mean, he was a rock star. He was definitely treated like such, when he was there and showed up at the Tom Osborne Center. So that's for sure.
A reception like that strikes me as, typically more appropriate for a recruit like Dylan Raiola. But we didn't know when Dylan Raiola was flying in. We didn't know when he was on his official visit, and there weren't fans lining up for it. So on the one hand, it strikes me as odd that we did it for, we Husker fans, we saw it for, David Sanders Jr. instead of Dylan Raiola. But then I think about it even more and I say, no, you know what? It makes sense. And this is maybe the power and the pull and the appeal and maybe even the necessity for Nebraska of Dylan Raiola, because I don't know how many other recruits in Nebraska history, could send out a simple tweet and get hundreds of fans to rally, unless it was at this point in this program and a recruit with these family ties in this moment.
That's such a great question. Trying to think back here of anybody else who could have had that type of poll. And I'm really kind of coming up empty with thinking anybody else that could have done what Dylan did on such short timing and get to kind of turn out that he did. And I mean, for some might put it, not that shiny running back, shiny wide receiver. We're talking about an offensive tackle, but this in itself says everything that you need to know about the importance of David Sanders. Dylan Raiola is doing everything in his power that he can to get David to come to Nebraska. I mean, that should tell everybody right then and there how important, Sanders is in the eyes of Raiola and of Nebraska. So yeah, I don't know if anybody else could have pulled that off. I don't know if they could have had the same type of results. I'm not sure what kind of results they would have had at all, to be honest with you. I mean, the legacy side, the 5-star quarterback side, personality, wise and stuff like that. And I think also just kind of speaking from the perception of him trying to, get the recruit train kind of going. I mean, I don't know if anybody else could have pulled that off on the team currently or anybody else before in the past. Just kind of coming up empty on who else could have done that.
So was this weekend important because David Sanders Jr. is important to Dylan Raiola, or is it important because David Sanders Jr. is legitimately that dude and, could anchor the Nebraska offensive line for a few years?
I think it's really the latter. He's that dude. I do feel like Raiola and he obviously are close. They have a great personal relationship. I think that there's a connection there between the two. But this is the kind of guy, I think, in the eyes of the Nebraska staff and in the eyes of Dylan Raiola, that, you know, stepping foot on campus and really kind of just like getting up to speed, you know, he could be just months out from potentially stepping foot on field basically as being a day one starter. I mean, I think that he's a 5-star plus guy. I mean, he is the number 2 player in the country, number 1 player at his position. He's as good as they come. You know, he's a 98, I think like 98.76 on the 100% scale, basically. And it's just, I don't know if they draw him up much better than that. So I think he is important to Raiola, first of all, but I think in terms of like turning the ship around, getting around a corner, you know, maybe becoming a little bit more of an impact in terms of trying to make a real run at the college football playoffs. I think he's that kind of pivotal piece, you know, kind of putting the right blocks in front of Raiola to kind of get the team to that point.
A couple more for you here, Brian. Normally I wouldn't go to the text line, but I think you and I have had enough conversations here that we can bounce back and forth on this one. Texter says, Dylan going after all these offensive linemen shows you what he thinks of the current bunch. He's recruiting for his life and his uncle's job. And I think that's straight up unfair given the work that Nebraska did, you know, just last year with Pyle and Bricks. And then the gets of, you know, Gatula and Sledge, the development of Justin Evans. I don't think that's a fair take by that texter at all. I don't think Dylan's doing anything more than saying, hey, you're my friend and you're a good player. Let's team up.
Well, I think, you know, and Ben Scott goes to Big Ten Media Days. I think everybody kind of feels like, you know, Bryce Benhart rejuvenated his career at Nebraska last season. I think everybody understands, you know, that things couldn't, you know, the injury situation with Prohaska and Corcoran, you know, it provides huge kind of question marks with what's kind of going on with those two guys, and hoping that they can both kind of bounce back and finish everything out, you know, with their time there in Lincoln. I think what this really is, it's, look, there is an interesting take about Uncle and getting him there and landing the next guy. Last year's class was no slouch. I mean, the one guy that you didn't mention that I feel like might even get on the field the soonest is Gibson Pyle. I think Pyle's running with the 2s, you know, through OTAs, and heard actually really good stuff about Jake Peters earlier this week. So I think this is really about just kind of trying to get the best talent to Lincoln. And get them really serious about being Cornhuskers. I think the part here, and this is the part that I struggle with, and this is why not really seeing how Nebraska still can get these kinds of guys. They won't be outbid. This is not going to be an NIL deal. The money is going to be very, very similar. But then again, Nebraska can't do anything that Tennessee won't match either. It really is going to come down to just where you're at currently with your program and what it look like, you know, over the next 2 to 3 years. With him once he gets there. So he's not going to want to go someplace where they're still trying to get bowl eligible. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, I think, in the end.
Then the last one for you, Brian, is Isaiah Mose. Are you sensing any momentum for Nebraska with him, or is that just a figment of my imagination?
No, there's definitely some momentum there. I mean, it's his second time getting there in 6 weeks. It's his third time this year. A lot of things have changed basically since his time where he committed in mid-April to Dan Lanning in Oregon. His dad now works for Nebraska, works under Matt Rule. Catching up with Isaiah this weekend was really, really valuable for me to kind of get some perception and some kind of understand like where he's kind of at with things. I think things are going to get uber complicated, you know, for him. I mean, you're walking away from a program that has lost a couple of commitments here recently, but, you know, arguably still a top 5 kind of recruiting class in the country. I think that, you know, family here is tough to kind of deny for the Cornhuskers, and plus you're 2 hours away from home, and there's a lot of upside here. And I think he obviously does feel a connection to the Nebraska staff. It was the Oregon staff. It was Dan Lanning and the relationship that Lanning had with his father that really kind of helped out with kind of getting Mosey to kind of commit to Oregon in the first place. Now you've got this connection with Dad there, with Rule there. I think that they see some real interesting ways to get Mosey involved in the offense. He would be an early, be in a position for early playing time there at Nebraska.
There you have it. Brian Munson of Husker Online, our guest, filling us in on a busy recruiting weekend for the Huskers. Brian, thanks for finding some time for us on a different day. Fall camp starts tomorrow. Hope we can catch up next week.
We're almost there, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
Brian joined us on our Allo VIP line where they understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. Lots there from Brian, lots to break down. Stricky and I might just have to get into that a little bit tomorrow. We heard from Nebraska coach Matt Rule at the podium today, as well as the coordinators. We'll maybe talk about that tomorrow, give you our fall camp headlines for sure, right? What are the storylines that Strick and I are going to be watching? If you have a storyline that you want us to talk about, let us know overnight on Twitter at estrick20 or at Austin_Orman. Of course, follow and tweet the show at OnTheBlock937 as well. Or you can always use our text line. Y'all were active today at 402-464-5685. Thanks to Starter Heyman Jewelers for that. And the live video streams, right? Whether you're tuned in on your desktop, on your phone, if you're watching a stream, it's thanks to Starter Heyman Jewelers. Big thanks to Nebco, title sponsor of On the Block. Check out all their job openings at nebcoinc.com for a couple different companies. And, of course, don't go anywhere. DP, Jay Foreman in the building. They'll bring you old school from 4 to 6 next.
This is Lincoln's home for sports.